do the talks stand right now on this new huge economic stimulus package?
Welcome to Finance Today. Today we're going to talk about the federal stimulus package that's in the works right now in an attempt to quell this market meltdown caused by COVID-19. In an attempt to slow down this market recession, the government and the Federal Reserve are proposing a stimulus package that comes in 3 phases that we're going to recap. So to start, on March 15th, the Federal Reserve decreased the federal funds market range to a range of 0 to 0.25%. This is the same protocol that they used back in 2008 when we were facing financial collapse of our economy. So this is supposed to do 3 things to combat this market recession or slow it down. So the first thing this is supposed to do is spur consumption and consumerism. It does this by incentivizing people to go out and make purchases because the interest rate is lower. The second thing this is supposed to do is make debt cheaper for firms, so when they're considering new projects, they're more incentivized to take them on because they're paying less in total cost terms. And the final thing that this is supposed to do is convince investors to move their money away from safe havens like bonds and take their money and put it back into the stock market instead of taking it out. So the rate decrease did very little to combat the market decline this time. In comes this stimulus package. So, to help Americans and domestic businesses, the Fed and the government are working on this stimulus package, and they're breaking it down in 3 phases. So the first phase of this stimulus package offers roughly $8.3 billion for vaccines and research and development for any firms looking for a cure for COVID-19. The second phase offers roughly $100 billion for sick leave and unemployment and a litany of things like that. The third is focused on economic relief and is currently proposed at between $850 billion all the way up to $1.2 trillion. This will be the largest stimulus package ever considered. So, breaking down the first phase of this stimulus package, it was passed into law on March 6th. It offers more financial liquidity to any firms who are racing for a cure. It also allocated $4 billion for coronavirus testing and gave government agencies such as the CDC, the NIH, the FDA, it gave all those institutions more money as well. Now the second phase of this stimulus package, as I said, was $100 billion, and this goes towards sick leave and unemployment. This also allows people who are uninsured to go get tested for free. This gives 2 weeks of paid vacation or paid time off to the public, and it also increases the benefits of people who are unemployed. So the third phase of the stimulus package offers $850 billion to $1.2 trillion for economic support. The final number hasn't been solidified yet, but basically what this will do is offer 2 rounds of checks for every tax-paying American, and this is determined by income level and family size. This is going to offer $300 billion in small business loans. A small business is qualified as 500 or less employees. It's going to offer $50 billion in economic support strictly for the airline industry, and then it's going to offer $150 billion for all the travel industries as a conglomerate. This includes cruise lines, casinos, hotels, etc. All in all, we're looking at a total price tag of $1.3 trillion on this stimulus package. You can compare this to 2008 when we spent $900 billion on the mortgage crisis. So in 2008, $700 billion of that went to the banks and $200 billion of that went to the federal mortgage institutions like Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. But now you got to ask yourself, where's all this money coming from? So when the government and the Federal Reserve offer a stimulus package like this, what the Federal Reserve does is they start buying back the bonds that they have sold to the banks over the years. When they buy back the bonds, they give the banks money, and this injects liquidity and injects physical dollars into our market. Now the question everybody's asking is this going to be enough money? Are we going to be able to save our economy? Are we going to be able to save these businesses which are so heavily hurt by this virus? And the answer is only time will tell. All right, so watch out for our next episode. We're going to teach you how to physically trade stocks. We're going to teach you how to make money when the stock market goes up, which hopefully it will soon. And we're going to teach you how to make money when the stock goes down, which it's been doing. So this is stuff you need to know. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video and the channel. Throw any questions and comments down at the bottom. And turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. These are going to make you money.